Love's what I got, don't start a riot. You feel it when the dance gets hot.
Guys, I'm just going to take a couple of minutes here and be extraordinarily short-winded because I gotta head over to the speakers dinner and say hello to everybody out here in Anaheim. We've got, at this event, I think we're going to have like 1,700, which is cool because these are regionals, and the first one is bigger than the first event we did, which was, to me, the biggest internet event I had better been to. It was our first event, and this regional is going to have more people than that, and so I think that's exciting. I think Lawrence thinks it's exciting. I think, Lawrence, are you here? Are you in Anaheim? Oh, no, you're not. You're in Dallas. Okay, cool. Close to his fam. Well, guys, here's my thought that I have got for you. Really short. Is I'm excited. We've got video 1 going live tomorrow at 3 Eastern, and tomorrow night, the first regional event starts out in Anaheim, California, and then we're doing a three-day event here. And then I'm headed over to Dallas, Texas to go do the event in Dallas, Texas. Dave Sharp's headed over to Washington, D.C. to do the event there, and then we're culminating with the last regional in Orlando as we go through the launch process. What we do between now and 3 Eastern tomorrow matters. And the actions we take together, it's going to depend on what our intentions and outcome are, right? I learned a long time ago that the way to create something magical is to set a magical outcome. I talked on Monday's call about the difference between a goal and an outcome. A lot of people, they set goals, and I like to think about goals like a soccer goal. If you watch a soccer game, in any given game, they'll try to make a goal 30, 40, 50 times, but they'll actually make 2 or 3 goals. And a lot of people are like that with their life, where they haphazardly say that they want things and they never hit them. And so what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for like this unconscious expectation differently, and you decide, I'm not going to set a goal, I'm going to create an outcome. I'm going to create a certain result. This is what I'm going to do, right? It produces a very different picture in your mind, and it produces an image where this is what I'm going to do no matter what. And as Bill Britt used to say in Amway, that's it, period, right? That's where I got that from if you guys ever come to the events. Set an outcome for what you're going to accomplish during the launch. Set an outcome for how many people that you're going to, how many customers you're going to sponsor during the launch. Set an outcome for how many videos you're going to create for the launch. Set an outcome for your result financially that you want to create. For what bonus pool are you going to get into no matter what happens. And that's what I want you guys to do, is get really clear on what you're going to create during this launch, because whether or not you create something is up to you, right? No matter what we do, it's up to you. We can help you, but only if you help yourself. And the other thing, so 3 p.m. Eastern, we've got the video 1 going live, and then at we're doing something special tomorrow night, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit, and then I'm going to jet, and I'm going to see if I can get the Hangout back on when we've got all the speakers in Anaheim around, and we can get everybody fired up and just say hello to you from California. I just thought that'd be cool, Dave. Tomorrow night, I came up with this idea with Dave Sharp on the phone earlier today, where we're going to do something called the Beast Invasion. So I'm going to be out here in Anaheim, California on stage, and we're going to have 1,500, 1,700 people in the room. I actually don't know how many people are going to be here, so excuse me if it's 2,000 or 1,400. I have no clue. But I'm going to be out here in Anaheim, California. We're going to be on stage. We're going to have speakers up on stage, and we're having everybody bring their smartphones to the event. Now, tomorrow in the morning, we're transferring over all of the blogs to the new platform. Okay, so every single customer, yourselves, all your customers, all of your links, all of your blog posts, all the data that's there, the photos, everything that's on your blog is going to be transferred from your current blog to your new platform. Now, for those of you who are worried about like SEO or whatever, we have covered this on previous calls. All of the links are going to maintain their SEO with the way the structure is set up with the new blog system. So you're not going to have to re-backlink anything or any crazy stuff like that. So everything is going to be transferred tomorrow in the morning time, right? And also the Empower Network app is going to be available. Now, I don't actually know what there is in an Android phone because I only have an iPhone, and this is new, and I still have to like hit it and figure out what's going on. The Empower Network app is going to be in the App Store tomorrow in the morning time. And the way that works, you just go to the App Store. Obviously, the app is free to download, and you just put in your username and your password, and you'll be able to log into your Empower Network blog, view all of your products, view the Inner Circle audios that you own, and you're going to be able to blog, you're going to be able to upload videos from your smartphone, okay? Now, very, very, very important, the video upload feature, the audio upload feature, the media hosting for videos, for audios on the blogs, guys, that only works if you purchase our media hosting, because that's part of our media hosting package is integration with our mobile platform. And so it's important that to participate in what we're doing to the launch, I want to make sure everybody here has video hosting, okay? So if you actually log into your back office, if you don't have video hosting, the reason we built video hosting, guys, is because we just can't, we're marketers, we can't trust YouTube and these gigantoid companies with our content, because I've had my YouTube channel shut down. Justin Berengi's had his YouTube channel shut down like 6 times. Every single time they shut your channel down, you've got to re-backlink everything. You've essentially got to start from zero, and there really isn't anything that you can do. There's no legal recourse. There's no real petition recourse. If they decide to leave your channel and put it back up, they'll put it back up. I've had that happen once. If they decide to just ignore you, they'll just ignore you, and I've had that happen the second time. So we have our own media hosting for that, but it's also integrated with your smartphone. So make sure to log into your back office, and if you just click on My Products, there's a video hosting right there. And if you click on Video Hosting, you can actually purchase our video hosting there, and that'll make sure that when your blog is transitioned over, you download the app, you'll be able to use the media hosting from the app. And here's why you want to use it, because tomorrow night, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have everybody bring their smartphone. This works with an Apple phone or an Android phone. You know, Google built the Android operating system, and we're going to have everybody make a video at the same time, okay, from their smartphone and upload it to their blog, and to post those links with those videos on Facebook. All right. So at the event, we're going to do that at 7:30 Pacific time. Now I'm bad with time as normal. When you're talking about different time zones, I have to get all screwy. So I believe 7:30 Pacific time is 10:30 Eastern. Is that right? Okay, I'm calculating properly. So 7:30 Pacific time tomorrow, okay, 7:30 Pacific time, which is 10:30 Eastern time, we're all going to post a video up on the internet at once, all of us. So get a smartphone, Android, iPhone, whatever you've got, doesn't really particularly matter. Make a video. I mean, if you're just there in front of your computer, you can upload it from your computer too, that's fine. It'd just probably be a little bit faster from the phone. Make a video, upload it through our blogging app, post it onto your new blog, and then we're going to post those links on Facebook so we all hit the timelines all at once. Okay. Now here's a couple of important points that I want you guys to have, and I'm going to talk about a couple of things here, and then I'll let these guys take over, and I'll jet off and see if I can get the speakers to all pop on here in a sec that we've got out here in Anaheim after I talk to them for a bit. I have no idea how long this Hangout's going on. A couple of important thoughts. We have domain mapping on the new blogging system. Okay, I would actually show you how to use it, except for I don't know how to do a screen capture with this, but it's super easy to use. Basically, is there a button for doing like a screen flow or something with this?
It's the second button on the left. It's green, and it has a little white arrow.
Green.
It's above the Q&A
the screen
button.
share?
Yeah, that's the one.
Wait, gotta close the porn down. I'm kidding. I just love saying shit like that. All right, screen share. All right. Let's do this. Okay. All right, so we got this. You guys see my screen?
It's black right now. Oh, there we go. We got you.
All
You
right,
guys.
so what I'm going to do, as long as I can get in here, is I'm going to show you guys how to do domain mapping and to map a new domain. Now, I'm logging into the beta. There's only a handful of people that have access to this, but it's super unbelievably easy to use. Okay, so this is the activity feed that we've got in the new blog platform, and again, all of your blogs and your back offices are. I just like that picture, by the way, right there with the guy with the beer and like the half naked dude. I just think that's fucking hilarious. Anyways, on the left, you've got access to different products. You've got the inner circle product here. You can click the arrow and you can get access to all of your audios. They'll pop up over in your feed here in a second. My internet connection's a little bit slow, so you've got your audios, you've got your audio descriptions from the inner circle. We've got the Costa Rica Intensive. You can click on that and have access. Obviously, if you don't have the product, you can buy. You can buy event tickets by clicking here and buying the event tickets to the remainder events. This is going to be here tomorrow, guys. I would encourage you guys to either get to Dallas or Washington, D.C. if you're not booked into either of the events, because those are going on next weekend, and you're going to want to participate after here. We've got the audio of the week over here. We've got affiliate products. And then we've got, we've got the live feeds and all this stuff. You can see your team posting, new posts up here, and you can kind of open that up and navigate to new things that are going on in the network. Now, up here, you've got a drop-down menu where you can edit your profile, and you can also view and edit your blog. And you guys, a couple really important things. This is super easy to use, and I'm not sure if we're going to have tutorial videos up tomorrow night or not. It's important to just kind of like pay attention here for a sec. And by the way, I don't know how to use every single feature that's on this thing. I just know how easy it is to use a couple of things. You can change and upload your banner image just by clicking on that here and dragging a new photo, and you can automatically resize it. You can choose the destination links from the banners. So you can customize those to wherever you want. You can upload and edit your author image, as simple as that, and that'll upload across your profile as well and map into your back office. But here's how you do domain mapping. Really easy to use, and if any of you are confused on what domain mapping is, let me explain it in grandma terms. If you want to blog on a site other than empowernetwork.com, in other words, if you want your blog to be like workwithlawrencetam.com, or if you want it to be davidsharponline.com, or if you want it to be ralphwigginslikespizza.com or whatever it is, that's what domain mapping is. It allows you to use our system to blog on your own domain and build links to your own site and build your own brand and all that stuff. And so all you do is you go to your blog, which remember you navigate to the drop-down menu, view and edit my blog, and you're going to have all the customization to your blog here that you can do. You can customize the colors, you can customize the text, you can customize the titles, and you can actually add a new blog. We allow you guys to have on the new platform as many blogs as you want. So if you wanted to have David Sharp Online and LawrenceTam.com and David Wood is sexy and awesome.com too, you can have all the blogs you want, right? So you can click add a new blog over on the right, and you can actually have multiple usernames, multiple subdomains, create a name for your blog. But here's the important thing. You can add a new blog, okay, and then you can go over and you can click custom domain. All right, very, very easy to do, right? What you do is first you've got to buy a domain name, which you can buy a domain name if you just go to godaddy.com. There's a million people that sell domains. GoDaddy is super cheap. It's easy to use. But warning that it's actually not super easy to use. I should actually shoot myself for saying that, just because GoDaddy is a pain in the ass to use. But everything that I'm going to show you how to do here, you can just do by contacting their customer service chat, and they can just walk you through doing it. And it'll take literally like 5 minutes. Just go buy a domain, and you could use names related to the launch. You could say releasethebeast.com, or stuff like that. You guys can do whatever it is that you want to do. But what we want to do is make sure that you've got your own domain, so you can post your blogs and your videos on Facebook without being blocked and stuff, right? So all you do is just go buy a domain. You enter the name here. So let's say it's workwithralphhiggins.com, which I actually don't own, right? So it's going to say available because nobody else has mapped that domain. You click next, right? Now it has some instructions that you have to set up with whoever you bought the domain from. So if you go to GoDaddy, right, basically what you're going to need to do is contact their customer service and just ask them how to do step 2. That's it. right? And they're going to have you add what's called a CNAME record, and they'll probably do it for you. It's super easy. It's super fast to do. And once you add the CNAME value, workwithralphhiggins.com will be an Empower Network blog. You can customize everything on it in like 2 clicks. It's faster than setting up a Facebook account. And every blog post that you make, you're going to be able to choose to post to that blog. Because remember, you can have as many blogs as you want, right? It's one of the features of the new system. How much does it cost? Well, it's free, right? So if you go to, I actually wanted to not make that free. I wanted to charge something, but they made it free. So that's a benefit that's like an extra benefit, right? So if you go back here to the live feed, you can get to the live feed just by clicking on this. You can actually see the posts that are popping up from across the network from the company. And you can do a video post simply on your phone. It's actually, you just hit the video button. You can click here. You can do a message title, right? Hello, spelled totally wrong. And then you can just click upload from your computer if you want. Click the button. You can upload a video. Click add video. And if you've got our media hosting service, then you're going to be able to upload videos and host it with us. You can also just click a YouTube URL, and you could click add video, and it'll automatically embed and resize to the size of the blog post. Super easy to use. The easiest way to use, though, here, let me actually turn, actually, let me show you one more thing. Otherwise, I'm not going to finish my thought here, and I'm going to go all over the place. So let's say I put a video up. Let's go to youtube.com, and we'll click on a random video. What the heck did I just... Okay, click on a random video on YouTube. If you grab the URL, right, and then you go back, if you just click add video, it says embed from URL. If you click here, it'll automatically embed that video in the perfect size. You don't have to do anything into your blog, and then you can just write a little snippet around. I know I'm spelling hello wrong, and it's hilarious. But then you can actually tag different people in your team on who's going to see this in their live feed. So if I click all team members, that means all my team members are going to see this blog post in their live feed, right? And I could also choose, to tag inner circle members or whatever, right? You can publish the post like that. Hold on a second. This may not work. And it's as simple as that. And you can choose what blogs these publish out to, right? So if I choose this, and this is in the drop-down menus earlier, but if I choose what blog to publish this out to, I can choose to publish it to, David Sharp Online or Work with David Wood or whatever domain I've got, and it's as simple and easy to use as that. The easiest way to do it, though, once you've got your domain set up, whoa, I got like a million screens in there. Well, let me shut this thing off. How do I turn screen sharing off? Ah, there we go. All right. The easiest way to do it is actually on your smartphone, right? If you pull out your smartphone here, I've got the app on my phone because, of course, I have a beta version, which is a pain in the butt to install because it's not in the App Store yet. But I don't know if you guys can see this, right? It's kind of like glowy. Hold on. Right, you can see the activity feed in that video that I just posted in the back office. It's already published to the phone, and I can access the blog on the phone. There's a little button on the bottom that just says video, and if I click on video, right, there's options. It says there, I don't know if you can see it, it's like as easy to use as Facebook. It says upload from your phone, choose from your gallery, take video. Right, now if you click take video, right, this is an iPhone, and again, I don't have an Android phone. I can actually make a video right here on my phone, and I can just hit a record button, and I say, hello, this is David, I'm talking to you on a Google Hangout. I hit the stop the record button. If I click here, I click use, right, and then I just make a title for the video, quick blog post around it, hit publish, and then that'll publish to my live feed, and I can choose what blog it publishes to. So I could publish that to my unique domain. I could publish that on empowernetwork.com if I choose to. Wherever I publish it, it's cool. So tomorrow at 7:30, get your phones out and make a video post, and we're going to put those in a million places at Facebook at once at 7:30. We'll send a text message out to remind you to do it if you're not at the event, and if you're at the event, then take your smartphone with you, and we're going to do it together, okay? Now there's some other really cool features, actually. Let me go back here to real quick show you guys some neat stuff, and then I got to jet because I got to get to this meeting. Let's see, desktop, start screen share. Okay, if I go back to empowernetwork.com, okay, and you scroll through, you've got the live feed, which is going to have everything from team members and stuff down here. Some of this looks a little bit funky right now because it hasn't all been imported yet. It's still on the test system. And these are posts people are still making on the WordPress sites. But if I go here, if I see somebody else's posts, if you hit this reblog button right here, you can actually take someone else's content. You can write your own unique thoughts about their content, and then you can publish your thoughts on their content onto any Empower Network blog you've got. So if Lawrence Tam writes something you like, or if Dave Sharp writes something you like, the company writes something that you like, you can actually just use that to generate content. A lot of times people don't blog enough because they don't have anything to blog about, or they can't think of anything. They're not super creative and weird like me or Toby and Layla or Justin, and they're like, you know, I'm not a weird hippie and I don't smoke pot, so where do I come up with ideas? Well, yeah, you just go to your feed, right? I'm partly joking, and go to your feed, right? And just hit reblog on somebody else's post. Write a little snippet about your thoughts, a paragraph or two, right, or a paragraph, or even a couple sentences. And then you can post those, their content on your blog. And here's the benefit to doing this. If you write good content and people share it across the network, hold on a second, turn the screen share off, it will actually backlink your posts, okay? And so if I write something and 1,000 people reblog it, right, it'll actually create a backlink to the original post that I wrote, which is just viral SEO. So tomorrow, when we're doing the Beast Invasion, right, let's get like 10,000 videos up on the internet at once from the new system, from our smartphones, right? Just tell people. Just pop a video up and just tell people what you think of the first video. Tell people your thoughts on the new system. Take a video of the new system. Show people how easy it is as you're using it with your phone. Like, make a little recording of the video. Right? Like, let me actually do an example video here real quick. And I'm not telling you to do it like I'm doing it here. I'm just going to give you an example of something easy that you could do. Now, this is if you're at home. If you're at the event, we're going to make a video together from the event. And everybody, let's reblog as many event videos as we can and get those all over Facebook, all right? So here's the thing. I got here. I'm in my app. I just click Take Video, right? I've got a little record button, as you can see, on my phone. And I could, just as simple as this, I could just start a video and say, right, hey folks, it's Dave Wood. I'm talking to you actually, I forgot I'm not in Costa Rica. I almost said from Costa Rica from my house in the mountains, but I'm actually in Anaheim, California. I'm about ready to go down to a speaker's dinner, and before I go to the speaker's dinner, I'm on here on a hangout with my boys Dave Sharp, Justin Varengia, and Lawrence Tam, talking to thousands and thousands of our affiliates on the internet. Now, you know the cool thing is, folks, I'm here with my smartphone making a blog post from my smartphone on the blog piece with that video that you just watched today. Reason I'm fucking pumped about this shit, I'm telling you something, is because we're going to do things that have never been done before. We're going to take blogging where it's never gone before, and now not only are we making people the most money in our niche, but we've also got the best products. And what I want to encourage you to do is to check out what we've got going on. Go ahead and click on the link, the banners that you see below this video. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you, my friends, in the beaches of the world. Right? Simple as that. I got like a 50-second video. Hit use. Name the video, bam, 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 30 seconds, I've got a post that's a video that's uploading to my blog, and then I've got a link I can share on Facebook that fast. So, guys, that's my two cents. 3 o'clock, we've got the video going live. Pile as many people on as you can. These guys are going to share some strategies for that. 7:30, we're going to do the Beast Invasion, and we're going to have like 1 million videos going up at the same exact time. And we'll send text reminders out for everything, obviously, because you guys are badasses. Guys, I'm going to jet out, and I'm just going to head out to this dinner here, and I'll see if I can pop back on for a couple minutes and introduce everybody to you. Hey, love you guys. Good to see you.
Dave,
over to you, Dave.
Brother, have fun. Yeah, okay, cool. Hey, listen, hit me up here in a bit.
All right, man. Talk soon.
All right, peace. All right, folks. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm trying to make my hair do kind of like the Lawrence Tam afro. The Lawrence Tam afro puff. I'm not Asian. That's the problem. Anyways, guys, so big things popping off here. We've got a few thousand people on the Hangout, and I'm not going to be long either because I want to get in bed early tonight because I feel like tomorrow's like Christmas morning. You know what I'm saying? So I want to set out milk and cookies, and I want to get my stocking ready, and I want to make sure that I'm ready for Christmas morning because guys, tomorrow is just like Christmas but better as far as I'm concerned. Here's what I want you to do is, number one, I want you to obviously get ready to do some massive marketing. Number one, that's the number one thing, is we're going to do some massive marketing tomorrow, obviously. There's going to be email swipe for you guys. Actually, as a matter of fact, for those of you who are on the Hangout right now, if you go over to, and you may already have this link, open, but it's the resource page, affiliate.blogbeast.com. If you just type that into your URL bar, you'll see, and hold on, let me stop this video. I tried to get that thing to not play automatically. But if you go down to the, hold on a second, let me actually try to see if I can do a screen share with you guys. Let's see here, desktop. Okay. All right. You guys see my screen? You guys see my screen now?
Not yet.
Okay, not yet, not yet. Hold on, tell me when, Lawrence, you can see the affiliate resource page. Probably having a little bit of a hard time loading.
Yeah, on my screen you're frozen, but now it's
boom. You're up now.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so guys, affiliate resource page. We've got a lot of people backdooring people right now into the to sign up as affiliates. I actually sent an email out earlier, backdooring people in to come here and sign up as an affiliate. This page, just so you guys know, every single page that we ever put up is going to be affiliate coded or affiliate trackable. So you guys can actually go to this page and you can send somebody right to this resource page. Now, we haven't been blasting this page all over the place, just mainly because there's value in secrecy and mystique. But obviously we're getting down to the wire here. You can send people here to sign up as an affiliate only. Okay, you can do that here in the wee hours. We're down here. There's actually some email swipe copy. Okay, so you guys can actually go over here and you guys can actually just hit this button right here, copy to clipboard. When you copy that to clipboard, let me just go over here and just test it. Okay, there you go. So I copied that right in there. All I did was I clicked on copy to clipboard, went over to the email, and just pasted it right in there. Okay, actually I hit Command V twice, so it copied twice. Okay, super simple to do. Here's how you use, and I just want to explain for you guys how these email swipes are actually going to work, and what's the best way to use them. First and foremost, what we're going to be doing with these email swipes is we're going to be updating them live throughout the launch. So what you're going to see here throughout the launch in this email swipe area is the newest, freshest email that is appropriate for that particular phase in the launch. After video 1 goes live tomorrow, or actually probably here tonight or first thing in the morning, these swipes are actually going to be gone. Okay, so if you want to send an email out tonight and you want to send one of these emails, go over and get it right now, because probably first thing in the morning these swipes are going to be gone. I can't tell you exactly what time, but probably somewhere in between 10 and noon. So if you're anything like me, and again, 10 is early to me, so that's why I'm referring to that as early. Some of you have already got half a day in by 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is early to me, so by 10 to noon, we're going to have new swipes up here, and those swipes are going to be for video 1. Okay, the best way to use swipe, okay, is, and this is essentially, it's very kind of self-explanatory, but let me kind of break it down, what's here. You've got suggested subjects, so you've got 3 subjects per email that you can pick from. All you got to do again is click copy to clipboard, or just copy and paste it right out. Obviously, only choose 1 suggested subject, and then go down here and copy the email right out of the email body. Now, here's what I want to tell you, and I want to just reiterate this from the other night, guys, is that what we do here at Empower is a little bit different. Most people, and normally if I wasn't building a team like I am here, which is what I do, it's what I've always done, I would be a little bit more, not wanting people to kind of swipe my stuff. But I mean, obviously we've done this since we launched Empower. So we write emails, we send them out, and you guys can swipe them. That's kind of the value of being on the team here. It's kind of the value of letting us sell for you, and you keep all the money. It's almost like I'm selling all the time. It's hilarious. That was the most compelling message ever when we launched this company, which was we sell, do all the selling, you keep all the money. Anyways, back to this. I'm going to kind of wander here a couple of times just because I'm feeling super ADD tonight, a little more than normal. Anyways, take these emails and customize them to your liking, okay? I want to just give you a little bit of insight into how to make millions in marketing. Be creative, okay? Use a template. I said this the other night. Use a template. Find something that works. Model. Don't copy, but model. Now you can copy and paste these. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that you can't. But the $1 million marketing formula is to model something that works and add your own personal touch to it. It's why the highest paid skill in marketing in business and really in life is modeling. What does modeling mean? Well, you can look at somebody who parents their kids really well, and you can borrow some of the strategies or some of the things that they do. It doesn't always have to be a quote unquote strategy. I mean, somebody could just do something that works really well to get their kid to sit down and stop screaming in a restaurant, and you would model that with your kid. Same thing with marketing. You see somebody doing something that works really well, whether it be an email, whether it be a form of communication, shooting a video, whatever, and you just model that. Same with email. So add your personal touch to it. The signature, if you want to write some sort of a little intro or something at the beginning saying, hey, I just got back from, I actually swiped one of Tony Rush's emails earlier, I added my own little personal kind of intro to the swipe. Hold on, let me see if I can find the swipe. My phone keeps screwing up on me here. But anyways, I added my own little personal intro to the swipe, talking about how I just got back from kind of rolling around with the sunroof down and the radio up, watching the sunset from my driver's seat. That was just putting my own little personal touch on the email. I'm going into a little bit of a rant here with this just because what I want to do is not create a bunch of sheep. I want to create real leaders here, okay? So you guys have an opportunity to participate in a launch here right now, and this launch is really going to give you the opportunity to really build a success story, but I want you to learn something while you're making a lot of money, okay? That's my real ultimate goal with this launch is for you to – that's what we're doing too. We're doing something that we've never done before. I haven't been on the Guru launch, product circuit, I'm just not interested in it. That's one of the reasons why we started Empower. But we're launching something because it actually has real value and because we can launch it with a bunch of people and help a bunch of people make money. It's the only reason why we're doing a launch, because Empower Network every week makes launch money without the launch model. So we actually don't really need to launch something. We just want to do something because it's hilarious, it's fun, and it actually is going to make people a lot more money. But so I want you guys to learn something from this launch. So email swipes, pretty simple, straightforward. Just know that we're going to be updating these live. Banners. If you guys want to use banners, obviously, all you got to do is type in your affiliate ID here, okay? And when you click generate, all of the if you're actually getting the code, okay, and then you're pasting that code onto some sort of a website or something, which a lot of you will be. Some of you won't. It doesn't really matter. You can just take these pictures right off of the site and just drag them onto your desktop and just upload them onto Facebook. Will work just as well. Doesn't really matter. Anyways, lots of new banners. We're probably going to be having new. I mean, look at this. There's like literally a crap load of banners over here. Banners they just keep popping up over here. Every time I come back, there's more. So there's some pretty cool ones. Feel free to grab those bad boys. Let's really get this brand out there. Let me tell you a little bit of the psychology of how a launch works. How a launch works is the reason why a lot of people buy during launches. Hold on, coffee break. The reason why a lot of people buy during launches is simply because of all the social proof. Okay, everybody's slamming. Everybody's talking about it. It's kind of like the experiment that you can do. And I challenge you to do this if you ever have the time and money to sit around and do ridiculous stuff like this. Go and get 100 people in a field and just don't tell 80% of them why they're there. Or don't tell 20% of them why they're there, and tell 80% to just start running in a certain direction, and that 20% will literally just start running with those 80%. Why? Because that's just human nature. We just kind of run with the crowds. So the psychology of a launch is that there's so much social proof. The branding is everywhere. The message is everywhere. That by you going out there and putting more banners and talking about it and really, using it as your cover and all this stuff is creating more brand recognition in the marketplace on Facebook, on the social media sites. So when it comes time to buy, people are just going to be compelled to buy just because everybody's doing it. Now, let me tell you something. The videos are epic. I just got done watching video 1 and video 2, and I'm going to tell you something. It's like a freaking movie. So people are going to be super compelled, and whether they want to blog or not, which I don't know why somebody's not going to want to blog, especially after they see what this thing can do, they're going to want to buy just for the entertainment value. Okay, they're going to feel guilty for not buying. So it's going to be an epic launch, going to be a lot of opportunity there, and it's going to be important that you guys kind of follow along. It's very simple. Keep it simple, but kind of follow along, stay in the game, stay focused throughout the launch. Let's see here. What else do I want to cover on this particular page? If you're not on the text list, get on the text list. Text 72727 to Blog Beast launch. And you'll make sure that you're on the text list. Now that's different than the customer list, which is just Blog Beast. When we go to text people when the video goes live, we're just going to text them and tell them to go check their email, okay? Because obviously we can't affiliate code text messages. The incentive program, again, not calling it a contest because just for legal reasons we can't call it a contest. It's an incentive program. Let me tell you something, guys. There's going to be some really big payouts, some big commissions, some big bonuses that are paid from this particular incentive program. Here's what I'm going to challenge you to do, okay? And I'm serious. I'm going to challenge you right now to rank at minimum in tier 1. Okay, tier 1 is this is going to be ranked just based off of $297 sales. And here's the other thing that I want to make clear is that these $297 sales, you can also qualify by selling $297 products, which is going to be the upsell, but it's also going to be available in your back office, selling them to your team, okay? For those of you who have a couple of teammates or a big team, your ears just perked up and you got excited because not only is this $297 net totals going to, they're going to go towards obviously new customers, but they're also going to go towards and count all of your existing customers. But here's what else I'm going to tell you is make sure that you buy the $297 product. Why? There's going to be some very, very good not only training but also sales psychology, and we'll actually break down exactly what we did after the launch is over. Here's what I'm going to tell you to do though. Buy the $297 when it comes out. It's not going to be launched until the October 18th. There's going to be not only, it's going to basically be a coaching series to where we're going to do live hangouts, and we're going to have a very, very kind of structured curriculum, if you will. That was a big word. I used that for Lawrence Tam. Curriculum of marketing information, and basically what the whole essence of this live coaching series is going to be to get everybody on the coaching series in profit their first 30 days. Okay, doesn't matter what they're doing, whether they're building Empower, building something else. We're going to teach them how to get in profit using our platform in the first 30 days. Okay, so you guys are going to want to be on that. I don't care if you're starting brand new or you want to start over. Make sure you're on that. Okay, we're also going to throw in a couple of other things. First thing is we're going to throw in Storytelling Secrets, which is a never before released product that we did down in Miami at one of our team events. Storytelling Secrets was actually my part. Okay, this is what I trained on. Now, I want you to realize that telling stories, mine and others, has been the most profitable skill set of my entire marketing career. I've made all of my money through telling stories. How do I write copy? I tell stories. How do I sell on stage? I tell stories. How do I sell on conference calls? I tell stories. If I want to recruit a big player or work myself into a network, I tell stories, okay? Because stories sell, and facts tell. That's just a bottom line. You ain't going to rewrite that. So what we're also going to do is at the very last minute, we're going to throw in Dave's language mastery, okay, part of that particular event. I'm going to tell you that these two courses alone Not only did we get the most feedback of anything that we've ever done before, but it was some of the best training, best content that we've ever put out there. We had workbooks with this, the whole 9 yards. People are also going to get some video hosting with that particular product. Bottom line is, it's going to be super high value, and I'm going to tell you something. We're going to sell the snot out of it for you guys. Okay. So just be ready to not only get that, but to promote the hell out of it. Whoops, I don't know what I just took a picture of. But also, back to the incentive program, I want you to make a commitment right now on this call tonight to get at least in Tier 1, at least in Tier 1. Those of you who are players on the call, and you know who you are, those of you who want a little bit more, hold on. I've got to keep the diesel flowing. Those of you who are players on the call who want a little bit more, you know who you are. I want you to strive for at minimum Tier 3. Now, why am I pushing you a little bit? Those of you who, when I say players, I'm not talking about the big leaders here who I know are going to do $100,000 in sales. I'm talking about those of you who have the potential but haven't pushed yourself yet. I'm calling you a player, okay? I'm not calling you a leader yet, because you are a leader in your own mind. You are a player because you have the ability to do big things, but you have not stepped up to the plate. I'm telling you, and I'm challenging you right now to step up to the plate. I want you at least Tier 3, at least, okay? I want you to make that commitment right here on this call, right here, right now. Now, let me do a little bit of math, okay? This is going to stretch you a little bit. $15,000 in sales divided by $297. That's 50 $297 products. I want you to stretch for that. Hold on, let me come back over here and just get out of this. Hold on real quick. Can you guys see me, or can you see my screen?
We see your screen right now.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Now
cool.
we see
So
you.
I'm back. So guys, listen. Okay, sweet. I want you to stretch yourself for that Tier 3. You can do that. You can do 50 sales of that $297 product. You can do it. And here's what I'm going to tell you. There's some of you who are on this call who can do it and who have not done it up until this point. Whether it's that you're distracted, whether it's that you're doing a million things, whether it's that you're not believing in yourself, whether it's that you're just simply not applying yourself, whether it's that you're not listening. And I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you like Gordon Ramsay here on Kitchen Nightmares. It's like the only TV show I watch in the world, but I'm like hooked on this stuff like phonics. It's crazy. But I like that guy because he's straight and he's real. And here's the bottom line, okay, is that, guys, this is your opportunity right here, right now, during this launch. I'm telling you to create your success story. I've said this before, but I'm telling you, it is your opportunity to create your success story that is going to give you something to talk about, that's going to give people a reason to want to work with you here in the future. And I'm telling you, my friend, this is your opportunity to do it. If you go and you, at minimum, make a goal to hit in that Tier 3 of the incentive program, that's going to stretch you a little bit. Those of you who are on the call who have really not really been applying yourself fully, that's going to stretch you a little bit. But I promise you, you can do it. And I want you to do it. I'm going to challenge you to do it. And if you don't do it, right, if you don't do it, then it's you who are going to have to live with that, not me. Because here's what I can tell you, is that you will not outwork me during this launch. That's what I'm going to tell you. You won't outwork me during this launch. And here's what I can tell you about working, okay, is that I do sell the shit out of lifestyle, okay? I really do. And I live an amazing lifestyle. But I'm going to tell you something, and I need to be straight with you guys on this call. I work my ass off for it. I work my ass off for it. And that's the secret, okay? You've got to put your nose to the grind. You've got to do what it takes. If you've got to pick up the phone, listen, I'm going to call Jay out right on this call tonight because I know he's on the Hangout, and I saw him today posting something on Facebook. Jay, you know who I'm talking about, and you were talking about you picked up the phone and you called 7 people and they didn't answer the phone, and this is why you don't pick up the phone. Well, damn it, the 8th person would have picked up the phone, Jay, and I talked to you in Miami about this, and this is what is keeping you from stepping into your full potential, is giving up right before the miracle happens. those of you who have been building your business and you're stopping and giving up right before the miracle happens, make one more call, send one more email, do one more something on your business, one more blog post, okay? How bad do you want this is the question. How big is your freaking dream? How much do you want for your family? I'm going to tell you something. I started from the bottom, my friends. I started from the bottom. I didn't get here because somebody handed some shit over to me. I didn't get here because somebody gave me a break. I didn't get here because I got lucky. I got here because I worked my ass off for this, and now I'm here and have the opportunity to inspire people. You can do this, guys, and I'm going to tell you something. Everything is in place for you to have the opportunity to do it during this launch, and it's going to be up to you, not me, because I'm going to work my ass off. My goal is to outwork every single one of you during this launch, because guess what? I'm going not for, and let me see how many tiers we got just so I don't misspeak. I'm going for tier 5. I'm not playing around with it, okay? I'm not playing, this is not a game to me. I'm going for tier 5 player. That's where I'm going to be, okay? And I'm going to be there. Listen, there's people who got a bigger list than me. They do. There's people who got a bigger list than me. There's people who got, you know, they've got more experience than me. Listen, I've only been in this game for a couple of years, right? I mean, I'm not going to say that I wasn't in Market America back in the day going around banging on doors and beating the pavement, because I was. But guys, there's people who have been in this game for a lot longer than me. They've got a lot more experience than me. They know more than I do, but they don't have more heart than I do. They don't have more passion than I do. And I'm going to tell you something. That is what's going to get you in tier 3. It's what's going to get you in tier 5. It's what's going to allow you to make a success story out of this launch that you can talk about for years to come. And my friend, this is your opportunity. So with that being said, last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to get some thoughts from these guys. Get your ass to an event, okay? I'm not going to bullshit around with you tonight, because, guys, tonight is the night before Christmas, right? Okay? Tomorrow is the day, right? Tomorrow's the day that it's game on, okay? It's game on. Hold on a second. Looks like Woods may be popping in here right now with there he is. There he is. Sweet. Wood, I'm just finishing up here, buddy, and then we'll get some thoughts from leaders and turn it over to you. Guys, I'm not screwing around with you tonight. I'm just talking straight. Get your ass to an event, okay? Here's why I say get your ass to an event. Simple. Because you coming and connecting and showing up for your business is going to do more for your business than you sitting at home behind your computer all by yourself. Come and lock arms. Come and shake hands. Come and get hugs. Come and see what Tony Rush looks like in the flesh. He's sexier than he looks on a Google Hangout. Come and see the big ridiculous Asian Afro puff. Come see the long-haired jippy, hippie Jedi, jippy head eye. I'm freaking dyslexic as hell tonight. Come see that beautiful, strong, independent woman face of Tracy Walker. Come see us in person, because that is what's going to do more for your business than anything else. Get your ass in that back office tonight and get a freaking ticket to DC, to Dallas, or to Orlando. My friends, if you do, and here's what I'm going to tell you something, not only are you going to have a breakthrough, but you're going to have fun. You're going to have fun. Guys, don't nobody party like Empower Network. Don't nobody get down like Empower Network. I'm trying to tell you right now, I'm just keeping it real, because the truth is that nobody has more fun than the Empower Network crew. And we've got all kinds, we've got all religions, all races, all type of fools out partying and having a good time, and most importantly, empowering each other. My friends, step into your power and get your butt in one of those seats in either DC, Dallas, or Orlando. And if you don't like it or regret it, come up to me at the event. I dare you, and say, Sharp, I'm mad at you because you told me to come to the event and I didn't get full value out of it. And guess what? I'll smack you on the ass and send you to the back of the room and freaking give you your money back, because that's what it is to me. I believe in what we're doing, and I'm going to tell you something. I've seen the transformations. You just need to get there and experience it for yourself. We've got people who are going to all kinds of events all over the country. I think the Connects are going to Anaheim and 2 others. I know several of the leaders on this particular panel right here are going to several different events. Guys, get there. It'll change your life. With that being said, looks like before I turn it over to some leaders, guys, Wood's got a room full of people there, so I want to turn it over to him and let him say hi. I want to see who's in the room there. Wood, over to you, my brother. All right, Wood, can you hear me? Dave, your microphone's off.
Hey, can you guys hear me? I don't
buddy,
actually
you're
know
good.
if you're
Over to
just calling me or not. Hey guys! Hey guys! Silence, reverence. All right, let's pray. No. Hey guys, we got that was bad one. Wasn't that bad? I'm sorry, SEO Jesus, I didn't mean that. Hey, we just wanted to say hello. This is the speakers dinner over in Anaheim, California. So guys, here, just cheer for everybody here. This is the affiliate hangout. Everybody in this room is making really good money, and we're excited, guys, for the launch. And so, you know, we're out here. We're all going to make like 1 million videos. We're just talking about how, I don't know, was any of you guys on any of this hangout? Probably not, right? We're all going to make videos at the same time tomorrow through our mobile app and just get it on the internet. So make sure like everybody brings their cell phones and shit to the event.
We're locked.
As of 7:30. Yeah, we're rocking it. So guys, you know, the biggest thing that I could suggest to you is just take this seriously, because where you really want to be is you want to be in these rooms, right? There's a special kind of camaraderie, isn't it? Right? Yeah. A lot of you guys I just met for the first time. A lot of you guys, who in here is speaking for the first time ever? Yeah. Check this out, folks. Check this out. So they get to come to an event that was bigger than our first event, right? Yeah. These regionals are bigger than our first event, and they get to speak in front of over 1,000 people and share their story with the world. Of course, we got the marshal. His name's no longer Chut, because if you're not obedient to the 8 commandments, he marshals you. You know, so I don't even want to describe what that means, but you can't walk the next day. But hey, but guys, get to the event, participate in the launch, get as many people as you can to the video tomorrow. Let's lock arms and fight the forces of evil, because that's what these events are really about. You know what it is? It's about inspiring the people. It's about empowering people. It's about lifting them up. It's about giving you guys the tools that you need to take your business and your life to the next level. It's about taking you from the inside and taking what's inside and making it come out to the outside so the world can see you shine. That's what these events are all about. So just real quick, everybody, just are you guys pumped about the blog beast? Yeah.
I think that was a yes.
I think that was a yes too, Tony, if I'm not mistaken myself there. All right, so hey, you know, guys, listen, you guys are like the sexiest guys on earth, but guess what? Guess who's going first? I'm turning it over to the one, the only, because ladies first, the one and only. I can't wait. Listen, you need no introduction. Over to you, Tracy.
And what a brotherly move that was tonight. I so love you guys. I'm very like super geeked right now. I've been under the weather the last few days and kind of dragging a little bit and trying to get my emails out. It's been a little bit of a chore. And tonight I'm going to get on the Hangout in spite of all of that. And I got right on here and I got crunk, Dave. I really did. I got crunk, and to see the group that's in Anaheim, the speakers getting ready to kill it this weekend. I'll be in DC and Orlando. I wish I could do Dallas, but clearly Dallas and DC are the exact same weekend. And I just got super charged up about everything that we're doing and releasing the blog beast and really being able to take advantage of our platform across so many different fields. It's no longer just a game for network marketers or a game for affiliate marketers. This is a game now that anyone who has a business can actually play, use our platform, and expand their reach literally globally with the push of a button on their mobile device. And I can't wait. I'm a video person. I love doing videos, and I'm always recording videos on my phone as it is. It's just usually I have to wait till I get home, then upload the video to my computer, then push it over to the Empower hosting site, because I do have the video hosting, and then write my blog post. And just the one step of being able to push everything right here from my phone while I'm out, share it across the network, get feedback, have comments, have the ability to have my blog reblogged, I believe is what the term is, what we're using inside the Beast, have it reblogged, have backlinks, have exposure, and to have a news feed where I can literally keep up with with what's going on with the people in my organization is really going to keep me abreast of what's happening, what's going on. And I'm thrilled. I'm so thrilled about that. So I'm definitely not going to be speaking a lot tonight. I am so excited. I want to make sure that the other guys get a chance to speak. And I just wanted to say, you know, I love you guys. I'm glad that Wood is back. Thank you so much for the tireless work that you put in, the videos, the trainings, everything that is related to our affiliate tools and our hangouts and our swipe copy and all the things that sometimes we can take for granted. You don't ever cease from providing that, not just for us as your direct team, but as well as everyone else inside of Empower Network. And I look up to you guys for your leadership. Thank you so much for being the blessing that you have been in my life, in the lives of my team. I have, I think, 2 people that are on our team speaking out in Anaheim this weekend. So maybe they were in that room. I don't know. But I'm super thrilled about that. Having the opportunity to hear so many more stories of people who are coming up inside of Empower Network, those who are realizing the power of what we have and actually grabbing hold of it for their own benefit, as well as being able to spread the word to others. So I love you guys so much. Thanks for bringing me out for a couple minutes. And Dave, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Hey, Tracy, doesn't it just feel good to know that your team's out there and you're not even there and they're out there speaking at another event? Isn't that awesome?
Oh man, I've never had that happen before. Never. This is my first time. I'm a virgin at that. I've never had my team members speaking at an event in a whole nother state on stage in front of a couple thousand people while I'll be somewhere else speaking on a whole different stage somewhere. You know, it's amazing. And just the vision of what we have here is massive. And I just do not think that I would have actually been able to see that for myself had it not been tapping into the vision that you and Dave have together. So thank you for helping to bring that to a fruition for me. And I'm super thrilled. I think there's actually maybe 2 people from my team, as far as I know, speaking at every single event, in fact. So that's phenomenal. So we have people growing, we have people getting on stage. It's been exciting. They've been putting their presentations together, getting things over as required, asking me what angle do I think they should go. You know, I've never really coached people on how they should present on stage or what I think they should speak about, because me being their coach or their team leader, I kind of know their story. I know what some of the struggles were for them and how they've overcome them. And being able to add that to my life is a pure joy. And it's more than just, you know, how to market. I enjoy watching leaders develop, and that for me has been one of the most
Hey guys, can you hear me? I don't know if somebody's talking. Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me? Tracy's done? Okay, sweet. Sorry, I got booted off there, so I don't know if I'm interrupting somebody or not. Am I?
No, you're good. She got frozen.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see that. Well, dude, Justin, man, talk to me. Over to you. Need no introduction either, brother. I'm just pumped. Over to you.
Right on, man. I'm so excited. I just came off a 5-year hiatus of not owning a cell phone. I just got the new iPhone today, and I'm pumped up to be able to have all the technology that I need in my pocket on the go in any country of the world, any beach around the world, and honestly can build a 7-figure income from a smartphone. That excites me because of the simplicity of what we're doing here, the ability for somebody to have a smartphone anywhere in the world and to be able to like generate life-changing income is a big deal. And that's why we're so revolutionary in what we do. And I'm just excited about the future. I just got off of a team call. I realized we had a hangout tonight, and I was just telling them I can really talk for hours about the launch and some of the things I feel are going to happen. I want to give a shout out to George Breyer. I just saw in the room with Dave Wood, because I remember when he first joined and he was in a tough situation, and he's been able to apply the information here with version 1.0 and now generate a multiple 5-figure income. And that excites me the same way it excites Tracy to see her team members now speaking in different cities all across the country. And to think, Dave, that like this is just the beginning. Like we're just getting started. Like I can see into the future when we're, you know, we have leaders in like 10 different countries around the world all at the same time. And maybe some of the people watching this, it can be your team leaders, you know, under you and your team leading some of these events, because I just see what's happening, and it's beyond income at this point, not just about making a lot of money, but it's about, you know, freeing the masses from the slavery model and the slavery way of thinking. You know, with this government shutdown, over 700,000 employees lost their job, and my heart goes out to those people, but to realize we need to make a drastic change and a real change, and the only way to do that is to transform your own bank account, you know, transform your own self, you know, step into your higher power. And I'm telling you, when you transform your own life, it will automatically transform the lives of those around you, because just your energy becomes a positive, contagious energy that just rubs off on people. I'm telling you, the more that we succeed, the more people around us start to transform, and Pandora's box starts to open, and I get to watch these transformations from so many team members and affiliates inside the Empower Network. So I'm so pumped up about these events. I'm pumped up about shooting my first video tomorrow, and to be able to upload that and, you know, have the peace of mind that, yeah, maybe we can't rely on the government, maybe we can't rely on the economy, maybe we can't rely on politicians, but you know what? I can rely on myself. You know, I can rely on the love and light of my team. I could rely on the love and the tenacity of you and David Wood for, you know, putting together such an incredible movement. I can rely on the amazing energy of all the Empower Network leaders here that continue to elevate, you know, my wife and I to new levels we didn't even know that were possible. You know, having little conversations with Vic and Tony Rush and Lawrence and Tracy and Chuck and just so many of the leaders, it's transforming. People wonder, you know, what's the shortcut to success? How can I become successful? And from a simplicity standpoint of energy, surround yourself in the eye of the storm, meaning get to an event, and I can pretty much promise you, you will transform. You will leave that event a different person, because that's what I see time and time again from event to event. We become more powerful, we become better people, we become better speakers, we become more passionate, we become the best selves that we can possibly be, and just continue inspiring people around the world. And to do that from this little device, I'm excited. I'm just waiting for tomorrow's video so I can laugh my ass off, because I've seen some of the footage, and we got to witness that down in Miami, and again, the most redonkulous stuff that anybody has ever seen. And to be a part of that and be a part of history, it feels like, you know, Apple was just created in that moment to be a part of something truly special. And I do believe that moment is right here, right now, at the right place at the right time. The same reason why everyone is watching this Hangout right now, and their lives are about to transform just due to the strength of the power and the movement and surrounding yourself around that contagious energy. I need everyone to focus this week and focus for the next 90 days like you've never focused before, because I do believe that a period of focused energy, compressing that energy just as powerful as possible on one focus here with us, 90 days from now, your life can be transformed for generations to come, because that's all that it takes to prove to the universe that you have what it takes, is consistent, motivated action, surrounding yourself around the right people so you can present yourself at the right place at the right time. The same way my wife and I went to our first event in Atlanta, and for us, that was a sign from the universe. I remember having this magical moment and seeing a rainbow the day before we left for the event. I just knew something was big on the horizon, and some of you can see that rainbow and may not even be physically. You may close your eyes and see it in your third eye, and you just see this brilliant rainbow, and I'm telling you, that's your sign, my friends. Follow your omens and follow your higher purpose. Step into your power. I'm looking forward, you know, to seeing and locking arms with as many of you as possible at our next event.
Well, guys, you already know Justin's story. We're talking about just 12 months ago, man? Were you down? Were you?
It was actually a year and a half ago now. It seems like a
Okay,
year.
so
A little over.
18 months ago. 18 months ago, guys struggling to afford his rent down in Costa Rica. Now, I don't even want to say how much you're making because it's not even fair. But it's because he worked his ass off. It's because he got in the game and just because he stepped into his power and just stopped doing business with his head and started doing business with his heart. Love you, man. Lawrence Tam, I was just telling your story today to a guy, actually a big player, CEO over at another company, a big marketing company. I was talking about you. And I mean, I don't think a lot of people really realize, they see you a lot, but I don't think they really realize, where we come from and, where you really were. I mean, just how many ever, whether I think it might have been 18 months ago yourself when you were still in a cubicle, really not believing that 2 years ago, anyways, not believing that 8 or 12,000 was even possible, and now. I want you to just share a little bit of your vision, man. I want you to share a little bit about what you've seen, and for the people who are on the call tonight who were in your same position. Now, this guy was making, and again, I've got to give an income disclaimer because I'm about to drop a digit, but you can see our average earnings at empowernetwork.com/income.php. This is no guarantee, but Lawrence Tam's making $30,000 a month and won't quit his job. And we're all like, really? We're all like, okay, it's like, is it that he's Asian or what's the deal? I mean, because I'm not Asian, obviously. I'm like pasty Casper the Ghost out over here, and I can't get my hair to fro like that, no matter what I do, no matter how much product I put in it, and he doesn't put any product in his. $30,000 a month, won't quit his job. Just keeps going to his job every day. They finally had to lay him off to get him out of there. Lay him off. Tell him, Lawrence, you're done. You got to go home. And then he got home, and his parents were like, now he doesn't live with his parents, but he's close with them. And they say, well, son, what are you going to do? You got to get another job. How are you going to support? He's like, I'm making $50,000 a month on the internet, right? So what is possible for you watching this Hangout tonight is really what I want to ask you. And you have an opportunity that we really didn't have. We all have it now, obviously. But, I mean, Lawrence, you did what you've done without a big launch to catapult your success. You started Empower with no big launch. We were literally having people fax in order forms. They were downloading them, printing them, filling them out, scanning them, and emailing them back. Now talk about a conversion buzzkill. Obviously now we've got an epic launch. I just want you to talk a little bit about where you came from for the people who are in the same situation that you were in just 18 months ago, 2 years ago. Over to you, my brother.
Thank you very much, man. Yeah, it's crazy. I've actually not working a job for about a year now, and let's paint this picture. There's a lot of you on this call right now who went to college, basically thought the only way you can make money is having a job. Job, and that's cool. I mean, jobs are cool. Being a teacher is cool. Being an architect, a lawyer. I was an engineer, and I was told you're going to get a job, and that's how you're going to fend for your family. That's how you're going to pay for everything. And it just came to a point where, like, it's not enough money, and I'm waking up at 5:30 in the morning to catch a van pull because literally I work an hour away from where we're at. So I would wake up and the sun's not there. I would not be able to see my kids, and I come home and I have maybe an hour's worth of time before my kids had to go to bed, and that was for years. And it's just like, that just doesn't make sense. I mean, I don't think anyone signs up to be a parent and only see their kids 1 hour a day and then on the weekends. It doesn't make sense, right? And then the whole belief thing just didn't click. So yes, I was making $30,000 a month with Empower, but it didn't make sense because how is that even possible? How does one build a business and then make that type of money on the side, on the internet? And this what really got me. What got me was I wanted to show people it was possible because I've never seen it before. Every person I saw driving a Lamborghini or having some giant mansion and whatever. And I'm like, that's great. It's because they're working like a madman. Because I actually believe if you work really hard at something and you're working with others, like a mastermind with other people who are working for the same goal, you will get there, right? You will definitely get there. But I never saw anyone doing it part-time. And once I hit it, that was my story. I'm like, I don't hate my job. My back doesn't hurt because I'm sitting down, right? I mean, I basically play on Facebook at work, and it was a really cush job. And I wanted to show people, if you don't hate your job, like I did talk to someone on Facebook. Their wife works at like a fast food joint, and like every day it's backbreaking work, crazy hours, running back and forth. I get that. But if you're just like, well, I'm an engineer, or I love my job. I just wish I could go on vacation more. I wish I would be able to afford a college education for my kids. I wish I can afford really good health insurance. Whatever it is, the fear of me leaving that, I kind of felt like it would be taking away someone's opportunity to see Lawrence Tam making an awesome income on the side, but doing it part-time. And then I believe it would give more people more hope. Because when I started, in 2008, I'm looking around, I'm like, no one does this part-time successfully. And that's why I didn't have that belief to doing that. Now, I'm going to help you. Every single person here who is part-time or even full-time, or, maybe your spouse works and you're staying at home, I'm going to give you a couple things that the principles of how I got to where I am and how you can apply it, but it's got to sink in. It's got to sink in, okay? So this is how you can really, really, really change the way you make money right now. Okay, so I want you to focus. Got to focus. Number one, I want you to be an awesome, fantastic, super duper, galactic messenger. Not message, messenger. I want you to be, so like the mailman came today, it was a certified piece of mail. Now, did she get out of her mail truck and open up the mail and physically start reading my certified piece of mail? No, she just goes, hi, you Lawrence, I need you to sign this. Bye. The messenger. Deliver something. The messenger. That one thing, when I learned that from my mentor, Lawrence, stop explaining everything. You're not the expert. You only do this part-time. You only do marketing part-time. Stop explaining anything. Just be a good messenger, because someone who is working full-time can explain it better, has a better grasp of it. Just be an awesome messenger. And that's what I did with Empower. I'm like, look, I don't know the ins and outs of it. It seems like a fantastic platform. But my job as an affiliate, right, someone who gets paid to share the message, I became a really good messenger. So if you got to think about like being a messenger carrier boy, or you got to think of yourself as being a mail person, or a person who just, maybe you're Santa Claus. You didn't make the gift, you just delivered it. You needed to deliver the gift to everyone you can possibly can. Let the message do the conversions. Now, it will help you if you drop some cool benefits, all right, to them before they actually see what they're about to see. And a benefit could be, an easy benefit can be, there's something I need you to see, and you can actually do it from home after your job. There's an Asian kid with glasses, and he does this thing on the internet, and you just got to look at it. You just got to see it. There's this guy who plays music, and he's just so jolly, and you got to see what this guy does. It's just so awesome. You don't want to be the message, be the messenger, push out there, and if you can focus on that, use the swipe copies, definitely use the swipe copies, and get people to see the content. Make it a little bit of your spin, and then push it out. You get enough people to see that message, your conversions will convert, you'll make money, and then when you have that first big payday, because we're in a launch, once you have that launch, that is your story forever. And when someone asks you, how much money did you make, because we know we always get that, you go, well, I don't know, I can't really say because I haven't been paid everything yet, since it is paid every month. I mean, maybe if I'm in it for 10 years, I can compress that, but let's just say right now how much I've made. Well, since I did just start, I've made X, Y, Z. And a lot of that will happen because you're building people up. You're lining people up. Or they say in the UK, they're queuing up to buy something. Just like Black Friday, just like in Christmas, you line people up to see a message, and once the doors open, that single day is what will save your marketing career because you have that story. Be a good messenger, not the message. Thanks, Sharp.
Well, dude, I'll tell you what, that doesn't just apply in business, that applies in life, man. So that's I'll tell you that I've been being a great messenger for a long time. I don't have too many original thoughts, guys. Occasionally I'll pop up with something, but usually I just steal Tony Rush's stuff. Tony, what up, my brother? Over to you, my man. Sitting over there. This is your launch. Own it, dude. I'm telling you, we're on fire tonight, brother. Over to you.
Dude, I'm kind of where you were a couple nights ago. I'm just kind of relaxed. I think it's because I didn't sleep any last night. Me and Aaron Rashkin were talking on Facebook last night at like 2 a.m. And then hey, Sharp, I don't know if you saw my post on Facebook this morning, but I had what you and I would call a luxury problem. A man who I pay good American money to cut my yard started a little early this morning, and the weed eater was a little close to the bedroom window, and I had to get up about 7:30. And I was kind of grumpy about that for a few minutes, and then I thought, yeah, I could be in a car on a freeway in a traffic jam heading to a job I don't like where I can sit in a cubicle under fluorescent lights for about 10 hours a day. I guess I'll just be grateful. So, but I tell you what, between just being fired up about the launch and just exerting like tons of emotional energy, you know, I feel like I've dug a ditch today, but I can't stop. I feel like I'm just flooded with adrenaline for what's going on. Here's kind of what's on my head. A couple things. I do a team hangout for my group on Wednesday nights, and so last night just had a fantastic conversation, and I was so inspired. I mean, everybody on that call makes less money than me, and they were inspiring me. There's a lesson there, right? I was so inspired by people who they were creating the space in their life to allow something to happen that they had never experienced before. You know, and we can talk a lot about philosophy and personal development in this community, and we do. Powerful stuff. You know, the old phrase is true though. If you don't do something different, you never get anything different. But I think a lot of times one of the big holdbacks of people experiencing something in their life that they've never experienced before, like having a $2,000 day or having a $10,000 day, you know, whatever, winning a contest, being on stage at an event. I think a lot of times, and this is sort of human nature, we fall into the trap of thinking, well, those people are special. You know, I know that the opportunity is there, and I see people like Lawrence Tam and Justin and Sharp and Alex Z. I see these people getting these amazing results, but you know, I've got my own special situation, and it's unfortunate because that people ruin. That's the way people ruin lives. And all we have to do is look in society and look around at the people that we see in the mall every day, the people you see out, you know, at the grocery store, people that are 30, 40, 50, and 60 years old who they never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. You know, they're just so focused on maintaining the status quo, and they never really took the opportunity to play big in their life. And so last night, it was like the total other end of the spectrum when I was interacting with my team for about 2.5 hours, and they were just talking. And I remember Debbie McKinney was saying, she's like, oh my God. She said, I'm just running the numbers, which I'm a numbers guy. So she immediately had my attention. She said, I'm just running the numbers of what would happen on Friday the 18th when the shopping cart goes live. And if I just had 30 people that bought the blog platform, you know, 30 people, what that would look like in terms of income for me, because she's all in. So, you know, she would get all those basics, and then of course she got a certain percentage will buy the inner circle, and she was just, you know, she was just kind of playing with the numbers. And she said, you know, I've seen Tony do this on a whiteboard at team events, and I've seen the leaders talk about it. at the live events or on webinars. She said, but when I sat down and I really got the pencil out and did a little bit of fourth grade arithmetic on my own, she said, all of a sudden this just got very real to me. And then somebody else, it was amazing. Somebody else was saying, oh my God, they were trading numbers. It's like they were cheating off each other's paper. They were saying, oh my God, well, figure it up if you get this many. And then somebody else was like, well, I'm going to think big. What if I had 100 customers in one day? What if I had 100 customers? That'd be $2,500 at the Blog Beast level, and oh my God, that'd be $5,000 at the, and man, I just sat back. I just sat back and watched these folks talk in the chat roll, and I was so inspired because I could see people, the shift. The shift that took place, this went from being Empower Network launching something to I'm launching something. This is my launch. And from now to the 18th, I've got the opportunity to be on the same level playing field as the top earners in the company and can spread my wings as wide as I want to and be self-reliant, take 100% responsibility for my own experience, create the space for a possibility that I can actually do and have something that I've never done and had. And let go of that story that, well, sure Tracy can do it because she's special, or sure Alex can do it. Because, letting go of that and just deciding that this is their opportunity too. And I'm telling you, there's going to be some magical stories that take place during this launch. I think, you know, we're careful to about how we talk about numbers, and there's excellent reasons for that. But I tell you, I'm aiming for tier 5. I don't think there's anybody on this Hangout tonight that doesn't need to aim for at least tier 4. You know, let me look real quick. By the way, what is that? Tier 4 requires 30,000. That's 100 sales of the launch product. Right? That's 100 sales of the launch product. Is that doable? Out of the millions of people who are actively looking for a home business, and they wander into our launch, this high energy, high momentum, high value launch that we're putting on, out of all the people that are going to look at it, somebody only needs 100 people who are serious about changing their life in the last quarter of 2013. I just think that's a fine goal. I think that's a fine goal to aim for. And I'm not one to put goals in other people's heads. I think you ought to shoot for what you ought to shoot for. But I'll wrap up with this. Personal responsibility changed my life. When I stopped viewing my life as somebody else's problem and I started exercising self-reliance, my whole life changed. Apply that concept to your business. This is your business, not your sponsor's business. It's not your sponsor's. I talked to a guy today who said, well, my sponsor, he won't call me back. Well, so what? Go around him. Your sponsor is not a factor in your story. They may be, you know, but my experience is that most people are doing the best they can from where they are with what they know. You know, and nobody's perfect. And I certainly screw up a lot. So we ought to probably cut each other a little bit of slack. So instead of blaming somebody like a sponsor for being absent or non-supportive, just figure out how to be self-reliant and get the support you need on webinars like this one and from the products that we have. So that's the first thing. Number 2, and I did see a tiny little bit of, and I'm going to just straight talk tonight, guys. You know, this is affiliate only. Everybody here's family. Get your big boy pants on for just a second. I'm going to talk straight to you, and it may sting for a minute. Just get your big girl pants on, too, because you ladies need to hear this. I saw a little bit of wussiness down in the chat roll a few minutes ago, and generally we ignore it, but I want to point something out. I saw some people saying, well, do I have to buy the $297 launch product? Wrong question. The question is, when do I get to buy it? Okay, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to participate in the launch. You don't have to make money. You don't have to change your life. Okay? This is not about have-tos. If we wanted have-tos, we'd all go down to the cubicle and work for somebody else, right? Because that's what have-tos are about. This is entrepreneurship. This is your opportunity to take your foot off the damn brake and actually go full out toward the lifestyle that you say you want. So don't ask questions like, do I have to buy the launch product? Of course, the answer is no, you don't have to. But the better question is, why would you not? You got the opportunity to look over the shoulders of people who make more in a month than the average person makes in a few years. And you can do it for less than the cost of cable TV for 2 months or something. I mean, seriously? You know, it's like $10 a day. Would you pay $10 a day to hang out with David Sharp? I certainly would. Or Vic or Tracy, right? So $297 for the launch product. Everybody who's serious about their business deserves that product. And your family deserves for you to own it because of what it's going to let you do for your goals. Okay? So let's trim the wussy thoughts, right? And I'm not beating you up. We all slip into a little bit of wussy state every once in a while, but we're a community of empowerment. And that's our job. Is I call you on it when I see you acting like a wussy, and I've got peers beside me on the screen who will call, like these guys. They'll tell me if I'm flaking out, and I trust them to do that, right? It's not the enablement network, it's not the entitlement network, it's the empower network. Okay, so be powerful, be the leader, do whatever you got to do to get from where you are to where you want to go, and I'm telling you, there's going to be some magical stories that take place here. Some of you guys are going to discover how powerful you really are. And I said I was going to close. I'm coming in for a proper landing here. There really is something very powerful sitting in your chair right now. And I think sometimes we may believe in some people more than they believe in themselves. And that's okay. That I've been in a situation before where somebody believed in me more than I believed in myself. So if you're not quite sure, then borrow my belief. I believe in you. I believe that any person who's capable of getting on this webinar and interacting in that chat roll down there, if you've got the intelligence to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, if you know how to write an email, if you know how to log into a website, I promise you can do what's required for you to create the kind of lifestyle and freedom and income that you deserve. So own the launch. This is your launch. Be self-reliant. And finally, be willing to create the space in your life for something that you've never dared before. Be willing to see that you can be rich. Because I promise you, if a former drug addict can do it, if a former frugal Asian in the cubicle, Dilbert, can do it, right? If a Jedi hippie can do it, if the IT guy over at Time Magazine can do it, if a former bookstore clerk from Randolph Mall in Ashburn, North Carolina, can go from zero to a couple $1 million in 22 months, I'm pretty sure that you can reach your goals, whatever they are, right? So take ownership of it, be self-reliant, and really commit to creating a magical story for you and your family. And I can't wait to see what you create. On the 18th, from the 18th to the end of the month, it's just going to be amazing. I envision that we just have calls that are nothing but testimonials. I envision that we're going to have calls where people jump out one after the other like popcorn to just say, hey, this is Barbara, and I just made $14,000 in less than 5 days here. And somebody else is going to come out and say, hey, this is Scott. I just had myself a $30,000 month, and I'm pinching myself. These are real. This will happen. So just make sure that your name is one of those stories, and you can do it. Sharp, as always, man, I always appreciate you giving me a few minutes to come out and share what's on my heart and my head, and I'll turn it over to you, brother.
Well, that's what I like, is it's on your heart, brother, more so than your head, and that's what makes it cool, man. So listen, we've got one last guest here on the line tonight. I'm still trying to afro my hair up like Lawrence Tam, but no matter what I do, hold on a second. Let me see if I can get there it is. There it is.
Hey, let's all do it.
There it is.
Let me see. Hang on. Let's everybody see if we can get it looking like Lawrence Tam. I can get mine up there. It's pretty good. Hold on. Look at here.
I'm throwing up.
Hey, what do you think, Sharp?
Dude, that is some. I just got to put the camera on you. That is something else. That's just sexy.
That's what it looks like when I wake up in the morning.
That's just sexy, dude. Now hold on. Look at me. I'm more. I'm more Jersey Shore. I'm more Jersey Shore here. Hold on a second. Hold on.
You're
That's
Jersey
like
Shore.
Dude, that's white man fro right there, man. I don't
Jersey Shore. I think I'm Pauly Shore.
So hey, we've got a mouthful of dental love here going on. Alex actually got a couple of teeth pulled today, but he's a soldier on the call. I was just texting him back and forth, and literally, hold on a second. Let me actually see if my phone doesn't. It's been dying out. Alex, you know how I roll. I just call you right out. He says I said, let me know if you want to pop on. He said, would love to, bro. Just had tooth extracted, swollen and can't talk. Dang it, I look scary now. LOL. I said, no worries. And then he comes back like 5 minutes later and says, it might stop bleeding in a half hour or so. LOL. I might pop out. No excuses. Ha ha ha. 5 minutes later, guess what text I get? What's the link, brother? Hey, Alex, love you. You are crushing it right now, and I wanted to get your thoughts on the launch, man, because you had a little bit of a glimpse. Now, don't leak anything because it's like Christmas Eve, but better right now. Tomorrow, everybody gets to see video one. Give me your thoughts on the launch and anything else that's on your mind, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I don't know if you can guys recognize my voice, but I was just bleeding literally like half an hour ago when you texted me originally, and I was just like, Alex, I can do this. No excuses. I'll just come out. I hope someone's going to transcribe my speech and they can just read that if they cannot really pick up the words. But guys, like, I'm excited. Like, this stuff is just crazy. I mean, a guy like me, can grow hair overnight. You guys are going to see my hair change tomorrow at 3 o'clock. That's coming. But if a guy like me, just like Lawrence, I started part-time. I started part-time, couple hours a day, and got to the point where I just like coming to work was just stupid, right? It was just silly, right? I was just wasting my time. And I think Dave Wood said, like, Alex, why are you still going to work? And I was like, that's a very good question, but well, that's just part of my story, and now we just live life of freedom and independence. We can do whatever we want. We can, help a lot of people do the same, and free people from the matrix, from the bondage of anything, and live the, Jedi lifestyle, and do whatever anytime they want with anyone they want. But what's cool about it, like seeing, teammates, all over the world really having success, especially with the new platform, it's going to be so darn simple that even like you say, Sharp, it's going to be grammar proof, right? Press a couple of buttons and your video goes live. Like for me personally, like it takes me time to do it. If I shoot a video, I have to download it, I have to upload it to like Vimeo, then put it on a blog. It takes time, But like with the new platform, just like Wood just showed like about an hour ago, it's just crazy, man. The traffic is going to go up about like 100 times fold. So what does that mean? That means for anyone, even someone who's brand new, they're going to get a lot more traffic, even with the same amount of blog posts or videos. And that's going to increase, obviously, the lead flow and signups. And they're going to make more money, easier, faster. So that's what's cool about new platform. That's why I'm just, I'm stoked, brother. I'm looking forward towards tomorrow. That's just my 2 cents, and I'm looking forward to meet all of you guys in DC, Orlando, and have lots of my teammates in Anaheim right now. Franco, Troy, probably forget the name, like 20 people at least. But that's what's cool about it. It never happened before. Just like Tracy said, like we have this regional events all over the country, and soon to have this events all over the world. We have teammates in UK, London, they just did a couple of events, which was awesome. Then we got, tons of, Russians in Israel and in Ukraine, and like, it's crazy. It's about to blow up. So I'm super excited. I can barely talk because of my tooth stuff. Apologize about that, but, no excuses, bro. Gotta do whatever it takes, no matter when you feel bad, whatever your foot hurts, you get up and you do what you gotta do. You take daily action. You don't have to grind it 12 hours a day, like you at work. You have to work smart, not hard. 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, just like Lawrence did. He started part-time. I did it part-time, You don't have to be articulate enough to be like a super speaker like Tony Robbins to do this business, You utilize your talents. And this is what I tell people, you do what you got to do and use your talents. What do you like to do? So just focus on that area of your business and keep doing that, rinse and repeat until you have success. And then you can learn something else. You can learn another strategy, how to drive traffic and implement it and master it. But just stick to your guns. Just do what you got to do. But hey, with the new platform, it's going to be super duper simple. So that's what I'm excited about, guys. So and I cannot wait to see you guys. Back to you, brother.
Hey, Alex, when you were telling that story, man, in the very beginning, I think I'm obsessed with throwing my fro now. I was thinking about literally how it was I think in San Diego. I'm not sure if you were still working at your job in Austin. I was just actually looking at some of the numbers, and again, I have to give an income disclaimer. This is not at all average, so I don't want anybody to think that it is. I was just looking at some of the numbers, and we do really need to get some ranks here, and we will here in the very near future. Just so when I say this is what all the other companies do, they say he's diamond, and when you say he's diamond, they know you're making $2,000 a month. We're gonna have to get like some super duper diamond platinum levels or something because Alex, I'm looking at your numbers over the last 3 months. You've averaged 48 G's a month. Again, if there's the one guy sitting on the call saying he should have gave a bigger income disclaimer. Again, not average by any means. You can see our average earnings, but you're looking at a guy who were you still working your job in Austin, or did you either get laid off, or was that between San Diego and Austin, or when exactly did you quit going to your job, or are you secretly still going to your job?
I'm not masochistic, bro. No, I quit about 5 months ago. I made them fire me. I was actually trying to replicate story of Lawrence Tapp. Lawrence Tapp said, be a good copycat. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to replicate Lawrence Tapp's story. I'm going to make them fire me and give me the package. So back in Austin, I was still at work. And I was just like really pissed off about, I asked for 2 weeks vacation because we went to Mexico with my family and my kids. And that was during the contest, so that's a mistake number one. Never take vacation during a contest because it's kind of tough to keep up with all of you guys when you're on vacation. And the next week, we had to go to Chicago. So right after Mexico, we came back and we flew back to Chicago. And, at that point, I was about to get fired, about to get a package. I had no idea. We had a union thingy going on, so there was a lot of conversations back and forth. Well, basically, I was trying to play smooth and really just exit the building with the package. But that never played out that well, so one day I just figured out, this is weird. My BlackBerry stopped working. Oh, I know what that means. I'm a free man. So basically, that happened back in April, and, our life changed 180 degrees, transformed. It's magical, man. It's every day, it's just magical. It's hard to describe it. Back in August, we income disclosure, we did $57,000, and I find it funny because that was my offer for a year at that corporate job. When I started back in 1999, I was making $57,000 a year, and we did it in a month. So that was kind of nuts. But now it's just normal. It's not just me. It's what I'm focused on. It's just like Vic says, I'm focused on, multiple income streams. What are my multiple income streams? My leaders on the team, people that making those, $5,000 per month, $10,000 per month. Because that's where the magic happened. Last summer, right after Atlanta, I had that, I kind of got stuck at whatever, $5,000, $6,000, and my belief level wasn't there. I couldn't believe that that I can make $12,000 part-time in my business, and I'm really thankful.
Well, Alex, you remember that conversation that we had on the boat in San Diego, don't you?
Yes. But let me finish this story. So they would call me, like we had like 15 minutes on Skype, and he believed in me before I believed in myself, right? And that's what did that to me. And immediately, like next month, it just magically we doubled our income because I believed that I can do it. It all comes down to belief level. You can make as much as you want, really, as long as you believe that and you take action on that. It's really as simple as that. I mean, look at Justin. Like Justin, like I love Justin's story. You know, it's just crazy. You know, struggling for 4 years, just like me. You know, trying different things. You know, pounding the phones, and now plugging into the right system, into the right business model that's scalable, and working smart, not hard. Working just as many hours as before when he was making $3,000 or whatever. Now he's making over $100,000 per month. It's really easy. If you think about it, if you think it's easy, right? So it all comes down to mindset and belief level.
That's it. Sure does. So, anyways, man, good to have you on. Thanks for popping on, even with your bloody mouth. You know,
Yeah,
I've been there, done that.
I'll take another pill.
Hey, well, just when it says take one every 4 hours, make sure you don't take 4 every 1 hour. All right, man. Well, hey guys, listen. You heard it from the horse's mouth this tonight. Last night, you know, it's game time now. It's your opportunity really to create something big for yourself, and that's, I think, what the most important thing for you to realize is yes, this is one step for Empower Network, but it's a giant step, right? And it kind of sounds like this one step for, you know, man, one giant step for mankind. But I believe that's what this is. It's one step for Empower Network. It's one giant step for you, right? One step for our movement. It's one step in the right direction for our company. It's one step in the right direction to the next level for our team, right? And I look at all of us as one big team. Yes, we have different kind of movements within Empower Network, which is absolutely and totally cool. Most important thing is that when it's time to come together and unify, everybody leaves their egos at the door because we have one unified purpose, and that's what's most important. But here's what's the biggest thing that I see here, and also listening to everybody tonight on the call. This is one giant step for you. This is your opportunity, your time to do something big. And tomorrow is going to be the beginning of that. We've prepped, we've hyped, we've gotten ready, we've prepared now, we've put in the work, right? And there's been lots of things. I just want to take a minute right now to just literally thank everybody behind the scenes. All of the staff, the Jerry Ballards, the Caseys, our CTO, Sven over in Norway, who all of our event staff, obviously the whole tech team that's been working on the Blog Beast around the clock for the last year. People who have been working on this launch, Dave Wood. All of our leaders who have unified and came together for this and who have stuck by, who have flied in, who have popped on Hangouts with 5 minutes notice, because if I give you 10 minutes notice, it's literally too much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've got to keep it within 5 to 10, because if I give you more than 10 minutes notice, that's like almost illegal for Dave Sharp time. But you know, guys, it's important. There's a lot of important lessons in what we're doing. And there's a lot of things to realize and see with all of these things that are happening. And it's not because there's a million people working on things. It's really not. It's very fascinating. There's not a million people working on things. There's the right people in the right place at the right time working on the right things. And what you're seeing and what you're watching is people who are in their power and in their purpose, who are moving unified together with one common vision. And when people have one common vision, and when they are doing what they're supposed to be doing in life, and they're stepping and moving and walking in their purpose, my friends, anything is possible. And right now, what you're seeing right now is just that, right? We've got potentially one of the hottest products to hit the market in a long time. I believe it's going to be the biggest launch in internet marketing history. Am I biased? Absolutely. Am I confident? You're damn right. But am I also being realistic? Hell yeah. and we're doing 4 of them simultaneously across the entire country with thousands of people, all within 3 weeks. My friends, we've got leaders who are traveling all over the place, and you're getting to the events however you can get to the events, my friend. This is the right place at the right time, and I've never been in a better place than I am right here, right now. I can remember a time back in 2008, and I was in a bathroom, and a lot of you know this story, and I was using heroin. This was when my drug addiction was at its worst, and I was in a bathroom spilling it all over the toilet, and because I was shaking and trembling, started soaking it up with a syringe off of the toilet and realized my life was literally in the toilet, and I couldn't go down any lower. And I stood up for the first time in a long time and looked in the mirror and saw somebody who I did not recognize. I started to cry, walked out of the bathroom, went to my dad's house. He took me to a 12-step meeting, and I met a man named Samuel that day who looked in my eyes and said, "You never have to feel this way again." And I knew at that moment that I was in the right place at the right time. And 5.5 years later, I'm still clean and sober, okay? You're on a hangout tonight with leaders who believe in you. You're going to hang out tonight with people who are just like you, people who have been where you've been, people who are in a cubicle, who've had jobs, who have grinded, who have families, people who are on hangouts with bloody mouths, people who have been through the trenches and started from the bottom, and now they're here. So guys, what I want you to know is that you can do this, and what I want you to know is that we're going to walk with you throughout this launch. We're going to guide you, and we're going to help you, and we're going to hold you up. And my goal and my hope for you is that you are going to step into your purpose and do everything that you can do with this launch and take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of you, because, my friend, it's much bigger than you may even realize right now. Guys, this is the time, and it's time to release the beast. 3 p.m. tomorrow, video, and that's Eastern time, 12 p.m. noon Pacific time, video 1 goes live. We're going to have some fresh swipe up in the email swipe template thing there on the resource page. In between 10 and noon tomorrow, it may even be up earlier. Watch out for that. Get your autoresponders loaded up and be slamming people to video 1 right at 3 p.m. Eastern time, my friends. When you see this video, you're going to shat your pants, so make sure when you're sitting there watching it, you have an extra pair of underwear, because it is hilarious. And you guys are going to drop out of your seats laughing. Guys, there's a lot of craziness to come in this launch. There's going to be some things that are going to absolutely blow your mind when you see them, things that I can't even reveal yet because I don't want to ruin it for you. It's so epic. Guys, get ready to make a lot of money and have a lot of fun. I believe in you. I'm going to look forward to seeing you in D.C. and Orlando. Those of you who can get to Dallas, get to Dallas. Those of you who can get to D.C., get to D.C., and then we're going to end the big tour in Orlando. That's going to be a big, epic event, and then we're going to be doing a webcast that Monday when the cart shuts down. Guys, this is going to be something that you'll never forget. Is all I'm going to say is this: put your damn seatbelt on and let's get ready to rock. 3 p.m. tomorrow, video 1 goes live. I love you guys. I appreciate you, and we will talk to you soon. Peace.
Love is what I got. If it's all the same, living with Louis Dog's the only way to stay sane. Let the loving come back to me.